Okay, hello, welcome back to Songs of Conquest, where we're going to be doing a playthrough of the Skirmish map, Sword Coast. This is actually one of the top 5, at the time of recording, one of the top 5 most downloaded Songs of Conquest maps. Extremely popular, extremely highly rated. And I think the reason it's so popular is just because it's a really nice looking map. You have to kind of weave your way around a sword-shaped lake in order to reach your opponent. And it's also a very well-balanced map, so a good choice if you just want to be on an even footing with your opponent. So we are going to play as... we're going to go with Barya, and we're going to try a slightly different strategy to the one I used in my previous Barya playthrough. So my previous Barya playthrough I used Bigly Southerdown and his Chaos Magic. This time round I'm going to be trying out Captain Xavier Silkspool, who has the Order Magic skill and the specialization of +1 Order Essence. The reason I'm picking him is because I feel like we can make some good use of the Order Essence in order to particularly make use of the Quicken spell. There are lots of good creatures as part of this faction that definitely benefit from the extra movement. So we're going to see what we can do. I also want to actually try and use the Fortalice, which I didn't really use in my previous playthrough, because there are units like Sassanids and Shadows, which really benefit from the extra movement. So we have the city of Bellingsburg, which is fully upgradable. You can upgrade it all the way to tier 5 if you want to. We start off with pretty decent, kind of moderate amount of resources, so we have a choice. I think what I'm going to do for this playthrough is I am going to try and use Order as much as possible. So I'm going to probably prioritise Piper's Post over Dreeth Den. Although Dreeth Den could still be good. Dreeths are still very good with a Quicken spell. You can send the Dreeths in amongst the enemy archers in particular, enemy range units, and they can cause all kinds of problems. So yeah, I think to start off, before we build anything, let's just grab some resources. So our starting zone is kind of empty. But we're going to go for this. That gives us an extra 150 per turn. Grab some stone, and let's start moving down. Okay, so we should construct something. I think we know we want the Fortalice. So for that we need the Piper's Post. We also need a stone pit. I think we will still go for Piper's Post first, just to build up some numbers. And I think we'll end the turn there. So we can see this is actually going to be a Barya versus Barya matchup, having picked random for our opponent. Okay, let's grab some wood. Let's grab some extra movement. And I think we probably want to wind back. We can see some stuff towards the north. We can also see a fight with some Rana troops, which is probably going to be a bit too tough for us. We can already upgrade our Piper's Post if we want to. That's probably a bit extreme. In order to upgrade this, we need some more stone. So let's go ahead and build that stone pit. If we go to the south, there's potentially some stuff we can pick up for free, so I am actually going to do this. So we can see to the south there's a pack of Loth troops guarding a statue, and a couple of appropriate buildings. Okay, that should be fine for now. Let's end the turn there. Let's grab some extra gold, and let's go for this. So we have a choice with the old urns. We can choose pretty much any resource we like, or possibly gold. I think this is unique to this map. You're normally just given a choice of gold and glimmerweave. We do have the choice of celestial ore and ancient amber if we want to. I think I will actually go for celestial ore because we do need that for the Fortalice. Then we go to the Shrine of Aurelia, which gives us +1 troop movement. And if we were to push to the north, we have a fight just there, which is considered an easy fight against militia and minstrels. I think we go for this. So I'm going to split off just one of these, just for the extra order generation. And yeah, I think we start weaving our way back, potentially pick up some more units. So in order to upgrade this, we need 3 more stone. That's going to happen in 3 turns, regardless of anything else we do. If we go to the east, we can take Stone Mine as well. That requires us to take on Toxicologist, Risen, and Oathbound. Again, considered an easy fight, so we should probably do that. Okay, there's not too much else we can do this turn. We could upgrade this, but that's probably not worth the Ancient Amber for now. So, just going to end the turn there. And let's go for the stone first, because that is what we need to upgrade our town. So I'm expecting this to be very low numbers. Otherwise it wouldn't say it's easy. Let's see what we've got. Possibly one of each. No, 3 of each. So that's not quite so easy. 1 of each would be a bit too easy, to be honest. Okay. So we start off with 5 Order Essence, which is not really enough. These guys are going to go for a very powerful shot. These cannot reach us if we move to this. I think this is the best hex we can move to, because that way we're out of their deadly range. Risen can't reach us, and Oathbound also can't reach us. That seems to be the best thing we can do. So I think we end the turn there. These guys are a very similar situation. I think we just move up next to our other stack, and these guys are really just here to generate essence, but if we send them to the back, they should be able to help defend us. Okay, so we do take some damage, we take 1 loss, I think that's fine. If we want to weave our way around, that should be doable. So out of these 2 stacks, I think we want to go for the Oathbound, do as much damage as we can. We do have the option of going for Rally, but that's probably a bit too expensive. So these guys have 4 speed, or 4 movement even. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we want to go for Quicken twice. So I think as far as this turn goes, our best option is just to attack the Oathbound. Then with this guy we go for Quicken, and that is actually already enough for us to get close enough. I'm going to go for Quicken again because I want to force them to have a melee penalty. Okay, this is slightly risky because this stack does become exposed, but I think that's probably fine. We do manage to get an extra kill for that. We are taking a few losses here, but probably still worth it. So the stack of 3 is still keeping the Toxicologist weak. We could finish them off, but I think more important that we move in, and let's go for these. Don't quite kill them off, so we do have to take the retaliation. That's unfortunate. I was hoping we'd manage to pull that off. Okay, so these 2 stacks are pretty close to taking a loss. Let's go for these, because we have a good chance of finishing them off. And then this stack is just going to finish this off. So we take 1 extra loss, that is hopefully the end of the losses, and now having moved in, we really want to kill these in 1 turn. So in total they have 26 hit points. If we just go for Rally, that should make us strong enough, I think. Odds are definitely in our favour. If we go for Pacify, it doesn't really help us too much. I think we go for Protection. It's not going to save us, but nothing else we can cast. Want to go for the attack, and we do finish them off. Perfect. So quite a few losses taken. Not sure how I feel about that. We'll see if the other fight is still considered easy. So we grab the gold, we grab the stone deposit, and this is... let's have a look. Doesn't tell us yet. Get a bit closer. So this is now considered medium, and I think we're better off just going back. So we go back, we're going to upgrade our town, and we now have the freedom to build either the mercenary quarters, or we could go for another small-sized building. So our income is okay. Obviously stone income is by far the best, but we do have a decent supply of wood. Slightly difficult choice. If we want to go for the Fortalice, we need a bit more stone, and that is doable from next turn. But we also need to go for the Sassanids research, so we need to find some Glimmerweave. If we go for this, the Pikeneers research requires a bit of wood, but that's fine, we will have enough wood for that. So I think that's probably the best thing we can do. Start producing as many units as possible. You have the option of recruiting 13 Pipers. Okay, let's end the turn there. Move these together. And we're going to pick up all the Pipers we can. We can still afford to go for a building, but we are already constructing in our town, so I don't think that matters too much. Okay, let's take these on. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to move these into 1 big stack, and just go with 2 separate stacks of the Pipers. Okay, let's give this a go. So once again, it's considered easy. We're going to put our strongest stacks forward. There is a bit of a barrier along the top row. Yeah, we can see there's a big rock there. Okay, these come a lot closer. So we're just going to go for Jig of Jugs, give ourselves the extra initiative. Okay, so if we wanted to reach these, we need to go for Quicken at least twice. That's not going to work this round. We want to stay out of the deadly range. So this is as far as we can go. And I think we do want to go for the attack. Let's just do it. Then we're going to send these in. Hopefully they can finish them off. They should again be protected from the deadly range. Okay, so we do take 1 loss. We're going to send these in for this attack, hopefully kill them off. No, we don't quite manage to, but that's honestly fine. The pipers don't really matter too much. Okay, so we now have a good supply of wood, and I think we can potentially save ourselves having to go for the sawmill. So the sawmill is required for... let's have a look. So in order to upgrade this, we need the shop. In order to upgrade this, we need the sawmill, which is fine. I'm not really planning to go for a workshop in this playthrough. I'm planning to focus on the Fortalice. Upgrading the Fortalice requires the stone pit, as we know. Piper's Post we already have, and shop is the next thing we need to go for. So the shop is going to cost us, let's have a look, 2 wood, which is completely fine. Okay, so next thing to do, I think we do need more strength. So I think we do go back to the town. If we want to upgrade this again, we need 4,000 gold, we need 10 stone, and we need 10 wood. So that's still a few turns away. I think we start moving back. End the turn there. Then let's grab ourselves some extra movement. So our building has been completed. We're going to go straight for the Pikeneers research, start producing those. And if we have a look at what we can recruit. So we can recruit 5 musketeers for a bit of range strength. I think that is the best thing we can do. Potentially won't be able to afford them. But we can't afford the shop either. If we want a bit of extra gold, we have to break through this puddle of Rana troops, which is considered easy. Doesn't directly give us gold, but does give us some more resources. I think we do move in that direction, and I think we do recruit many of these as we can, so we can recruit 3. Okay, and with that being done, I think we just go for this. This is going to give us a few extra troops from the camp. So this is Ravagers, Shamans, and Hunters. So the Shamans can cause some problems from range. But I'm still tempted to hang back. Okay, so we can go forward and take these on. We wouldn't be in deadly range. We perhaps should, but we don't want to be in range of the Ravagers. So I'm actually going to go 2 steps forward and go for Jig of Jugs. Then I think we do go for Quicken, just so we can attack. So if we kill these, will these then reach us? I think they actually will. That's potentially not the right choice. Although it is just 1. 1 shouldn't be a problem. Let's go for this. So we kill them off, we take some damage. Ravagers do manage to get a kill on us, which is kind of unfortunate, but not too unexpected. Okay, so if we go for Quicken once, we're not going to get close enough, so best thing we can do, just go a little bit forward. Take some damage from the poison. We can move up to here and go for an attack. We ideally want to kill these off. So we're going to do 25 to 42 damage. In total, we need to do 40 to kill them off. That's not going to happen. So with that being the case, I think we go for Quicken. No, maybe not. We're pretty much guaranteed to take a loss either way. So with that being the case, we're just going to see if we can prevent the loss. I highly doubt it. No, we can't. Okay. Not preventable. Not too surprised. Then we go and finish these off. It's definitely worth it because, of course, we can pick up some extra units. Okay, so a few losses taken. Let's grab those extra units. So we have a choice between 5 Brigands. That's interesting. I wish I could pick that just because you don't normally get the chance, but in this case, I think we want to go for the Pipers. Then we go for the Watchtower, which does reveal the way across. So we can see this is the handle of the sword. And to reach our opponent, we have to go the east. That's good to know. That suggests to the west. Mostly we just have the opportunity to get resources and things. I forgot to go to that. The old urns. Okay, well we should have the opportunity to pick up an extra wielder pretty soon. We do need to upgrade our town again to go for the Fortalice. But we're not too far off doing that. Is it worth going back to the old urns? I don't think we bother. I did mean to go with the Archway Ruins, that was a bit of an annoying misclick, but never mind. I'm going to pick up the remainder of the units I can. Let's move to the west, and let's see what we can do. So if we take this stuff on, it's a rumble of rats and a whisper of Oathbound. That should be very straightforward, especially with our musketeers. Let's just go down to the bottom. And let's see what we can do. So the problem with musketeers is they can only fire once every 2 rounds. But this is a pretty generous field. Should be able to work with this. And in fact, I'd be tempted to go forward just to attack them across the lake. But no, let's go down to the bottom. And let's send these right to the corner. Make sure we stay safe. Okay, we're just going to generate as much essence as we can. We're pretty much only generating order essence at this point, but that's fine. Okay, so the stacks are separated quite fairly. These can't reach us, these can reach us. Still, these are the only ones we can actually attack. So let's go for these. Don't quite kill them off, we can send these forward to finish them off. If we were to go for Quicken instead, we put ourselves in range of the Oathbound. I think we go for these. Then next round, they do move towards us, they can't reach us, these guys can't reach us either. If we go for this 5 to 6 kills, that's perfect. These still need to reload. Oathbound come towards us, we just pull these back. And the turn there. These wait for a turn, these come closer. So 2 to 4 kills if we go for this, I don't think we bother. I think we just skip ahead. And then if we send these forward, they get 2 to 3 kills, and then we should be able to finish off the rest. The musketeers. And of course with pikemen, as long as you stay 2 hexes away, no risk of retaliation. Okay, so we reached level 2 at last. That's one downside of these very easy fights. It takes a while to level up. So of these choices, command is definitely tempting, but stronger order magic, also very good. I think for now we go for command. And we start moving up. Okay, end the turn there. We do need more resources for sure. So we've got ourselves the Boar Spear. The Boar Spear gives us +9 offense. That's not too bad. We have the Wooden Idol. We have a choice between extra experience and 2 Ancient Amber. We don't have a source of Ancient Amber, so we're going to go for that. Then we go for the gold. And we are still at least 1 turn away from upgrading our town. If we want to upgrade next turn, we need to take these on, which might be doable. Let's go towards them. Yeah, so it's an easy fight. It's a spawn of hunters. Let's split these into 2 stacks because we're going to want to make use of the extra initiative from Jig of Jugs. Okay, so they're all spawning towards the top. We have range units, so it definitely makes sense to go towards the bottom instead. And let's kick this off. So these things do a very good initiative, but with Jig of Jugs, I'm hoping we can play around that. So these can already reach us. These guys are just going to pull back. So we've already given ourselves the opportunity to move first next round. That's perfect. So in that case, perhaps we just go in. Just want to make sure we don't get in range of these. I think I will go for this. I'm sure we won't kill them off, but we don't take any losses. Then we send these in. Finish them off. These guys go to the corner and stay put. Then next round begins, we're going to go for Jig of Jugs. Does give us the initiative to pull back. Okay, so we're going to go right to the corner. This stack of 15, of course, is the one to be careful of. This is the only stack we can shoot with this stack, so let's just go for it. Then next round begins. Let's go for Jig of Jugs with this stack. This stack can get 5 to 9 kills. Unfortunately, we probably do have to go for this. But We can go for protection so many times. I'm hoping we can just prevent the losses. And in fact, let's go for Pacify. Does this stack? I assume it does. That's probably a better choice. Yeah, so at this point, they're double pacified. They do 1 damage. Still gonna go for protection one more time. Then we send these in. They should do very little damage back. Yeah, just 1 loss. And we're gonna move these up. Do a nice amount of damage to the rest. These can't do too much. These give us the extra initiative. We can finish these off. Then we kill these. So a couple of losses, nothing too bad. And we do get some extra gold, which is sorely needed. Okay, let's end the turn there. Spoils of War plus 800 gold, that is very welcome. Plenty of resources to pick up from here. Rest in peace, Mr. T, may his spark for mapmaking never fade away. So we get the Turban Helmet and we get some Celestial Ore. Yeah, I'm not sure what the story is behind that. Okay, Farseer's vessel does reveal a bit more of the land, so there is in fact a way across on this side as well. That's good to know. If we take this stuff on, we get some more units. So we should definitely do that. We're going to upgrade this, and we're going to recruit an extra wielder. So I think the wielder we pick... Well, let's just check our choices. So we should base this on which units we want the most. So I do want some brutes, potentially. But more important than the brutes, I would prefer to go for Sassanids. Swordfall comes with a shadow. That's an interesting choice, but I think just having the extra range defense is really nice here. We're going to go across to this. And out of these resources, I think we need Glimmerweave the most. So the Fortalice requires a lot more gold. But that's fine. We're going to leave this wielder here. And we're going to pick up some units next round. A huge pearl was found in a river, okay. So we can now afford the Fortalice. And I think we are going to pass these units across, just to be safe. Yeah, so 17 of these is going to be a really nice stack. Then we start moving back. Gonna go for this should be completely fine. We can see exactly what they have too. So Toxicologists, it's all range units. So that's actually not so good. It's definitely a battle where we want to make use of Quicken. Okay, so main thing here is we want to stay out of their deadly range. Which should be very doable. We will take some losses. But let's just rush forward. If these go into deadly range, that's actually fine, but we're not going to do that. These go forward. We're going to save Quicken for now. They do take out our Pipers. So these guys have not yet moved. Let's go forward. And we can kill one off. It's not great. But it's all we can do. Do take a loss to the Pikes as well. Okay, let's go for Quicken. Although, do we need to? We're going to want to do a bit more damage. I think these guys should probably go for the Toxicologists. In terms of whose damage we should drop. Possibly the stack of 3, although that doesn't really make sense. So these things can't retaliate, which is probably a reason to attack them with the Pipers. Let's just go for that. Then these will come in, do some more damage. And then this stack needs to be quickened. So this is the first time we've really been able to make proper use of this. Gonna need to go for it at least twice. Then I think we do want to block them off, so we're gonna go all the way through. Although, yeah, it does make sense to do that. We will have to deal with retaliation, but I think that's still the best choice. So we're going to go for extra defense, and we could actually attack the stack there, which is maybe better, because they can't retaliate. These are forced to attack us from melee. These guys are forced to reload, but they're not going to come through our zone of control, so we're going to get as close as we can. Then let's finish these off. These go across to here, and we're going to take the extra initiative. Okay, 1 to 2 kills if we go for this. That's not great. I think what we want to do is... So these have 16 initiative. These things have 16 as well. So if we go for quicken once, we can kill off the strongest stack. We can kill off these from range. These go for this, and that does finish them off. So yeah, the strategy is working okay. I think it's kind of hard to prevent attrition. Can pick up some Tinkerers. That's going to help us do a bit more damage. Okay, let's go down to the south. We're going to go visit this, which gives us a bit of extra movement for a few turns. Then we're going to pick up the gold, and I think this wielder just needs to go back. If we want to take the Celestial Ore Mine, we need to take on... Let's have a look. The Farseer's Vessel is actually revealing exactly what we're dealing with. So it's 12 Crawlers, 3 Tremors, and 4 Ravagers. That's not completely straightforward. There is an extra settlement we can go for. Just have to take on some Sappers. That's definitely doable. Okay, so they are spread across the field. Let's just line up, make sure we line up opposite. Okay, that should work. Okay, there's quite a few of them. Have to be careful. So I think we want to stay out of their range. So we're going to stay here for now. These things likewise. Then we go up to here. Take the initiative. These go to here. And these go to here. So they are going to take the opportunity to shoot. We will take some losses, but next turn they're not going to be able to shoot with most of these stacks. So hopefully it's worth it for the losses. We're going to use Quicken on these. So this stack of 3 has actually not yet shot, but I think what we want to do is just move into their zone of control and do as much damage as we can. We don't have a great power stack to attack these 2 stacks with, and they can retaliate, so we have to be careful. They're going to need to reload for 1 round, so we are okay for now. I think we go for this. Yeah, so a loss is pretty likely there. We're going to go for Quicken on this stack. Allows us to go down to the stack of 3. Then we can kill those off. Then I think we Quicken these for the sake of being able to attack. Going to go for the strongest stack we can, which is of course the stack of 11. These guys are forced to reload. The ones close to the Tinkerers are able to shoot us. And we're going to send these forward. So with the option of shooting if we want to, we are going to do a decent amount of damage. I think that does make sense. Next round begins, we go for Burst of Strength. That does help the Pipers quite a lot in particular. I think we do that. So 3 to 4 kills if we go for this. We should probably give these a bit of extra bulk, although giving the Musketeers extra initiative doesn't really help, because they have to reload. So I think we just try and defend these from retaliation. Almost lose one. I think we will still lose that one. Okay, we're going to move these to the high ground. 4 to 7 kills, let's just do it. and I think we do move in, because we don't want these to shoot. They can retaliate, but they can't do too much damage. Stack of 3 might kill one of us off. Okay, that's fine. Is what it is. Next round begins, we kill these off, and we kill these off. So again, pretty difficult to avoid the attrition, but the rewards we get should be worthwhile. We do reach level 3, so we have a choice between melee, extra command, and improved auto magic. I'm not gonna lie, auto magic probably one of my least favourite types of essence, but I'm doing my best to make use of it here. I think extra command is maybe still better for now. Okay, so our only town is constructing. Let's just end the turn there. So, still constructing for now. This wielder is just going to pick up some resources. If we want to upgrade this again, we need 30 stone and 20 wood. We've got 5,000 gold we can spend, plus we could use this guy. So I think we go for this, claim this, and if we want to go for this, we need to take on a band of alien troops. That might be a bit tough. Let's pick up an extra wielder. So Mary Wondercraft gives us units we already have. That's probably a decent choice. Everthink, also kind of interesting. I think we go for Sanna's true weight because she is going to give us enough to max these out and enough to top these back up. Then I think we split one of these. Move this stack across. Yeah, stack of 2 musketeers, not ideal, but I think it's okay. Ancient treasury to the right. Looks like an illusion of some sort. Maybe there is a tome that will dispel it. Okay, so that's the way through. That's interesting. Got a bit of a quest today. Let's go to this. I should know what this does, but I don't. I am going to spend 1,000 gold. Plus 3 offense, plus 3 defense. I'm not sure how worth it that was. Go to the reflecting pools. 500 XP. And to break through into this, we need to take this stack on. So it's archers, sappers, troubadours. We get extra units if we do it. We get +1 creation essence per round. Definitely a good choice. So the troubadours can do some damage up close, but for the most part they're reliant on range units. This is probably just about fine, I think. I could actually split the musketeers evenly, that would actually work quite well. So main thing as usual is stay out of deadly range. If we move to here, these can't reach us next round. I think we do that. I'm going to throw up some stakes just to try and bait the troubadours in. I'm not sure that makes any difference. Move these up to here, go for Jig of Jugs. And these things again, just want to stay out of range. Send these down and end the turn there. And this stack we're going to send as far forward as we can. So we can go for the shot. I think there's no need to just yet. We want to attack when they're in deadly range because of course we only get to shoot once every 2 rounds. They love going for the pikeneers, so hard to keep that stack up. This stack, as expected, can't reach us. This stack shouldn't be the first to attack. I think we want to break through these. The way we do it is we probably accept that these aren't going to do too much. Just go 1 step forward. And after that, we open the way up with these. So I think we quicken this stack. I'm going to do that twice. That's not actually enough. Okay, I just assumed it would be. Even with plus 10 initiative, these are still not faster than the pikeneers. That's a bummer. I'm gonna go for this. It's not gonna be nice taking the retaliation. We can go for quicken on this stack if we want to. I think... Well, actually, if we speed these up one more time... They have 21 initiative for now, these have 21 as well. So yeah, we go for quicken on this. Then I think there's so much congestion, we're going to go down the bottom way instead. These blast this open. That allows these through. Does make attacking with the Tinkerers kind of pointless, but never mind. Going to go for quicken. And do have to be a little bit careful of the archers, but not a lot we can do about that, we should still attack. They will go for the reload. These guys can't do too much. Yeah, so we're going to lose most of the pikeneers, but the rewards for this are pretty good. If I send these forward, they absolutely will get killed. Or at least one of them will. But I think we still do that. We just want to force them to have to go for a melee attack. Do we go for this attack? I think we don't. I think we stay as we are. Then these rush forward. So by far the strongest stack of these is not able to move. We're going to move through nonetheless, just so we can attack this stack. And they go for those two moves, that's fine. So these guys have the option of shooting. I don't think we bother, I think we just end the turn there. Then these go forward. So they're forced to reload. It's really confusing. The reason we can't end the turn just by moving is because we're technically next to this, which has definitely done more harm than good. Oh well. End the turn there. They go for the attack on that stack. That's fine, not unexpected. Okay, so key thing is these should stay as they are. I think dropping stakes in front of us doesn't force these into melee, so we won't do that. End the turn there. These guys can go for this. We do have 13 order. Maybe we go for burst of strength. Although, well, I think the key thing is we want these to move before the archers, which is going to happen. So yeah, burst of strength seems like a decent choice. We go for this, we can hopefully kill them off. Then this stack goes for this. Stack of 10 will kill one of us off, that's fine. Move these up. And let's open this up. Then this stack is able to kill the rest of these off, or we could kill the stack at the back instead. Have to decide which one's the bigger threat, and I think these are. It's hard to judge, but I'm going to go for that. So they kill off the pikeneer, not too surprising. Let's go for quicken. And we get 1 to 3 kills if we go for that. I think we go for pacify. Make sure they can't kill us in response. If we do it twice, we should be completely fine. Yeah, so they do less than half the damage they need to. There we go, do manage to preserve all of the pipers. Again, pretty nasty losses, but we do level up. I was hoping to be offered more magic skills. Still feel like the balance in Songs of Conquest right now in the current version still really favours magic. This time round I will go for stronger order magic. Should pretty much double the effectiveness of our spells. Gonna go for the Dreiths. Go for this for free creation each round. And as for this thing... difficult choice. I think we go for Celestial Ore. And we start coming back. Then back to this wielder, we should probably just do some scouting. Move to the south. This wielder can go back and pick up some units. Let's just check there's nothing lying around. So we visited pretty much everything we can. This fight is relatively easy, and does give us an order spire for even more order generation. I think for now, we have plenty of uses for our gold. So we're going to actually... we got a few choices. I think we are going to need as much gold as possible, so I'm going to build a shop. Then I'm going to go for this. And we're just going to see what's to the southwest. So we can see a little bit of gold. We can see a source of ancient amber. We can see an artifact to the south. Wolves and brigands should be doable. Okay. Let's end the turn there. Go for the gold. Let's visit this. This thing gives us a permanent plus 10% spell damage resistance. I'm not sure that's worth going out of our way for. There is a gold mine. Knights, horned ones, and footmen. That's going to be kind of tough. I think we have to start moving back towards the original town. And in this thing, we want to absolutely research Sassanids. Then start moving back. To upgrade this, we need, let's have a look, more celestial ore, so I think we made the right choice. Want to do that as soon as possible. Upgrading this, we need Glimmerweave. Also need a shop. So I think, because we do want to do that at some point, let's just build a shop here. And in this town, we can go for an upgrade. I guess we should. Yeah, we just want to get as much income as possible. Okay, so this fight is considered medium. So crawlers, tremors, ravagers, we are strong from range. I think we should probably just try this. Because yeah, celestial ore is potentially really important. I might be rushing into this. But I feel like it's the right choice. So the key thing is, we just want to stay defensive. This is a pretty convenient battlefield. Shouldn't be too difficult to tuck ourselves in the corner. Okay, so Dragon's Roar, let's remind ourselves that's minus 10% defense and minus 5 initiative. Ravagers are pretty fast, but they can't reach us yet. Okay, let's move up to here. Go for Jig of Jugs. Needs to move back. That's all we can do for now. This stack stays put, of course. These move right up to here, and these, I think, move to there. Okay, so that's a fairly solid defensive position. They move forward, but they're actually just kind of blocking their friends, so we don't mind that. Crawlers come forward, these guys have to go the long way, and these have pretty much no way through. Ravagers do start coming through. I think these have to go a step forward. Yeah, because we're in range of this stack either way. So, I think we have to accept that. So these things are able to go for a full-powered attack on this. That is perfect. We do kill them off. And I guess we should just try and do some damage to this. So the next round, we do have the option of moving in and attacking these straight up, but we want to stay out of range of the tremors, so I think we just allow them to come in. I'm going to skip the turn with this because we want to make sure we attack something in deadly range. So we could still go for this if we go up to here, but we have to move through their zone of control to do that. If we don't go through their zone of control, this stack of 6 can reach us, which is a far bigger threat. If we send in the Dreaths, we can at least attack first, but we're sure to take some pretty big losses. So of course we are tier 2, so Rally is now twice as good. Quicken is not twice as good, but you can cast it twice, which is, if anything, better. You can spread it around. Protection, also pretty decent. But yeah, I think for now, this is the only stack that can reach us. We just let them get one attack. So they do actually go for our Dreaths, and they only get 1 kill. Have to decide who should this stack attack first next round. So these guys do get to move pretty quickly. So they have 26 initiative. For these to go first, we'd need to cast Quicken, well, It would be doable. I think we go for the stack of 6, just because we can guarantee that. These go for this. These, I think, can probably finish these off. Not a lot we can do about the tremors. Just see what they do. They are going to go for the Dreiths. Do quite a bit of damage. Okay, so the key thing now is we want to make sure that these go first. So we quicken them twice, and that does work. We send these round 0 to 1 kills. Insect Swarm can potentially help us. These guys can't currently reach anyone, these guys can. They're not in our deadly range, which is a problem. Well, I think we still kind of have to attack them. Let's just see how much we can do with this. 1 to 2 kills. Far less than I hoped. Maybe worth just allowing them to attack. Plus we put ourselves in range of these, which was not intended. Okay. So we get Earth Block next round, but that's too late. Swap would have been good actually, but oh well. I think we just have to take the pain. No, let's kill these off. That's fine. So those things are going to get thinned out. These have to reload. These can attack 0 to 1 kills. They have 38 hit points. We could make this in our favor, but I think better off just skipping the turn. Drop the initiative on these. And I guess we speed these up. But no, they're a bit too weak. Maybe we just go for rally. So these two get to move, then we get all of our turns straight after. Or in fact, Pacify is really good. That's a far better choice. I keep overlooking Pacify, but that is definitely one of the best spells. Okay, so we pacify that once, we pacify this twice. So the damage on this is now 1, damage on this is 6 to 7. Okay, I'm going to pacify it one more time. So that drops the damage down to 1 too. So we should be all good. Yeah, Pacify, really good spell. Have been massively overlooking that. They do almost no damage after that. That's the spell I should have been abusing this whole time. Need to remember that. So we're now guaranteed to kill these off. Then I think we want to quicken these, of course. So that does work. Next round begins. 4 to 6 kills. They're still pacified. Let's go for rally. And let's protect this stack just in case. We do kill them off. Okay, so the order is starting to come together. I was slightly disappointed, but I think if we abuse Pacify, that's going to work pretty well. Plus, Rally was clearly a lot better there than when we initially used it. So we can afford to upgrade this. Let's just do it now. So we're now producing Scarred Brutes and Shadows. So at this point, it's really just a case of saving up gold as much as we can. We do want to take on the alien troops. How tough would that be? It's considered medium. If we can pick up a few extra units, should be doable. Okay, let's end the turn there. So 2,400 we can spend. These things actually cost us Glimmerweave. Costs of things do move around with each patch, and it takes some getting used to. But you can see how good shadows are considered. Do we go for that now? I think in this case, we train these two up, and we now can't afford to go for the brutes. Okay, wish we saved some gold here, but never mind. Let's start moving to the east. And Xavier, let's have a look. So this is medium, this is also medium. If we actually have a look, so knights will resist our range damage, footmen will too. we're heavily dependent on range damage. We know we need Glimmerweave, but that's also guarded by footmen. So I think we actually want to go south. Just take the chance to go for these, because these should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, Wolves and Brigands, they have to come to us. Okay, so Wolves are pretty speedy, Brigands not too slow either. I think we're going to pull right to the corner. These go defensive. These start off on higher ground. So these two stacks can reach our Dreaths, these cannot. We do more damage against this. Can we just go for it? Then I think, if anything, we should sacrifice a 1-stack. Okay. So sacrifice the 1-stack there. Keep ourselves pretty safe. These can actually reach us, finish us off. So these do have momentum. At this point, we probably just pacify. Yeah, so we can send these forward if we want to. But no, I think we stay where we are. And we're going to weaken these as much as we can. So they do 1 to 2 damage at this point. These still do 5 to 7. Pacify these two. They're down to 2 to 3. Then I think we stay put. These have to reload. So we do get to attack first. We still take a loss nonetheless, but that's not too surprising. I think we beef ourselves up. Do you manage to survive? So at this point, not a huge amount we can do to protect the Dreaths. So out of these two stacks, I think this threatens us more. We'll kill those off. And next round begins. This is all we can do with our creation. So we have the option of pacifying them some more. We could do that. We do get to attack twice. So if we make sure they can't kill us with a retail, hopefully thin them out enough. We do actually go for the Pipers, that's perfect. I'm trying to protect the Dreaths. Still pacified, so we should be able to take this hit. Then we go for this, and we do kill them off. So again, we're seeing attrition with every single battle, but we are making some decent progress, and Order Magic Tier 3 is probably worth doing, I think. Make those spells even better. We've got Riding Boots, which are going to give us, let's have a look, +2 movement and +1 view radius. That's really nice. Go to this too for a bit of Ancient Amber and Celestial Ore. Reading this book aloud, a part of the strange Fey Forest seems to disappear, revealing a no longer hidden landmark with a portal leading somewhere familiar. I presume that leads to our opponent. So if we want to break through there, we need to take on 14 Queen's Guards, 10 Fists of Order, and 8 Fey Queens. That's a seriously long way off. Okay, this is considered worthy. We're not going to do that. Let's start moving up, and I think we just want to be prepared for a bit of a wielder chain. I'm sure that's doable. We can pick all of these up now. If we wait for one more round, we can get the Shadow Tier. Let's just double check this. So we do have 2 free slots. We should be able to reach next round either way. Okay, so if we upgrade the Mercenary Quarters, we need to spend some of our Glimmerweave, in fact all of our Glimmerweave. Bit of Ancient Amber. But that's all stuff we can afford to surrender. If we wanted to go for Shadows, we'd want to hang on to our Glimmerweave for at least one more turn. Do we care much about that? I think we do, although we could just go for extra Pipers, get a strong stack of Pipers, spend the rest on Brutes, and get the Shadows later. Probably also want a shop, and probably also want a bit of research. So let's consider our research options. So the Merchants Guild, we can go for Chaos, we can go for extra Order, and we can go for extra Destruction. All kind of expensive, but all doable. If we go for the Foundry... So the key things here are we probably want to improve our non-human troops. So we are using Pipers. We're going to be using Brutes a lot as well. All of this stuff's pretty expensive. Harima Research, plus 10 defense to all of our Harima troops, that's pretty good. It's all kind of tempting, but... I'd still be more tempted by Merchants Guild. Increase the number of muskets we can have in one stack. Yeah, I do prefer Merchants Guild. So this is expensive. I don't think we build this next round. But I do think we should build something. So perhaps we go for Dreeth Den. If we wanted to go for the factory, we need a tier 2 workshop. Still not really planning to go for a workshop. I think we go for a Dreeth Den, just so we can produce some kind of chaos. Although again, if we have a couple of big fights coming up, maybe it makes sense just to not construct for one turn. That's probably fine. So we're going to take this wielder to level 2. Let's go for command, make sure we can carry as many units as possible. And we could actually open this up. We can go for the Order Spire, which is going to be helpful. Maybe we just buy these now. And if we go for this, there are 11 to 25 shamans. These things do resist spells, but they don't resist range damage. Yeah, I don't think we do that. We shouldn't risk taking extra losses that we don't need to take. Okay, so we're going to buy these two. And we're going to start threading through. So first thing we go for is going to be the Glimmerweave. Going to pick up all the units. Okay, so these things do not have range units, which means if we can generate a lot of Order Essence, we can take advantage of this pretty easily. Okay, we're going to try this. So the good things about Shadows is they should be able to hit and run. They can wait, so we can force everything to move towards us. 2 Shadows, 25 to 30 damage each. They do generate Order, and they generate Destruction too. We start by waiting for sure. And at this point, we can start getting a bit more serious. Okay, this is a good defensive position. We set up a good zone of control. Go for more initiative. These stay defensive. So these are not yet able to attack, and that's fine. We can send these forward, kill 8 of these off, and let's have a look. So these do have 34 initiative, so maybe sending the Scar Brutes forward was a bad call. Although, let's just have a look at this. So enemies can't retaliate, that's also really nice. But we don't want to berserk these. We want to make sure they stay undamaged. So we're going to go for this. Kill them off, then next round begins. We can return these to safety. Horned ones move next. We can try and stop them. Or we could just pacify. So at this point, pacify reduces their damage by 75%. That's going to work really nicely. I don't think we go forward. We can just move out of their range. I think we just do that. Okay, footmen come forward. The musketeers are not going to be able to do much about that. Just kill these off. The pacifier was pointless, but never mind. So 3 to 4 kills if we rush in. If we try to move away, These things have 3 movement, so it's 1, 2, 3. We should be able to stay safe for at least 1 round. Move these back. Yep, neither of these 2 stacks can reach us. So we allow them to come closer. These things, I think, probably skip their turn. Fine to go forward, I guess. These have to reload. Then next round begins. So what can we do in terms of spells? Probably Burst of Strength we want to go for once. Swap doesn't really help us. We could go for Rally once, or we could go for Pacify. I think we go for Pacify. So that drops their damage down to 1. These things are still on 2 to 5, let's go for Pacify on them too. Okay, I might have to take back what I said about Order. I thought this was going to be all about the Quicken spell, but I think the Pacify spell is just insanely good. We probably still wait. And I probably shouldn't have involved the Dreaths. But never mind. I guess we can still protect them. So we cast that 3 times. These come in and go for this. And we can see they do almost no damage back. Dreaths get to move next. Not a lot we can do to really help these. But we could go for Burst of Strength. Does help us deal some damage before they attack us. Actually, Chaos Step should work better. Yeah, so we do get them to safety. Although, that just exposes the Pipers. But we can go for Explosive Fungi to protect those. That's fine. Okay, so they do actually survive. These are able to go for a full-powered attack. I'm gonna go for it on these. Block my shadows in. Yeah, shadows are blocked in, but that's fine. We've already won this. Yeah, still figuring out this game in a lot of ways, but this is starting to really come together now. I think that's our first fight with no form of attrition. And it should get more straightforward from here. We're nowhere near ready for this. I don't know how we even train for this. That's going to take a lot more time. Going to go for this for the extra movement and start moving back. And Xavier, just going to go towards this. This should be a pretty similar fight to the previous. We could also go for this. We can get out that way. So yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, this wielder doesn't have too much to contribute. I think we do want a shop to increase the gold income. Gold income is really a limiting factor at this point, and we are going to upgrade the mercenary quarters. Then we end the turn there. So we got our second shop. If we want to, we could go for a bazaar. No need to make that decision yet. Visit this guy. So we have a choice between Barya and glasses for +4 view radius or 1400 gold. I should take this, probably, so I can see my opponent better. I'm gonna do it. I do want that gold, but we're gonna get some gold from the bandit hideout. So this is considered a medium fight. I am just gonna go for it. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Although yeah, it's really hard to protect the musketeers in this setup. What can we do? I think we do this. I hope I don't regret this. This is a bit of a weird type of fight, because you do start surrounded. And the wolves do get to go first. Okay. I was hoping we'd at least get the first turn. Not good. Alright, so 2 to 3 kills if we attack with this. I think we want these to move to safety. Not too many ways we can do that, but let's go to here. Then we want to probably attack these. We do have to move out of these range. These 2 stacks get to move next though. So if we move away, they will just attack our musketeers. Yeah, actually a really horrible situation because we're forced to stay where we are if we want the bandits to not be able to reach the musketeers. And yet, the only stack we can attack from here is a stack of 3 wolves, which is not the best thing we can do. I think we just have to accept it. So these things do come through. Kill off our Drees, we lose our Pipers too. If we try to move away from this, we will take some losses. Okay. So I think we want to speed the brutes up for sure. So they have 32 initiative, the wolves have 49. Wow. I'm going to cast Quicken. No, we're not going to cast Quicken. We're going to save up for Pacify. If we move away, we're going to take tons of damage, but there's not a huge amount else we could do. 3 to 6 kills, I guess, is not too bad. That might be the best thing we can do. We are going to take some losses to the musketeers. Yeah, this is not quite as straightforward as I hoped. These guys wait, then these do get to move. 4 to 5 kills on these. So I think we pacify this stack. Give these even more strength. And we go for the attack on this. 4 kills, not as much as I hoped. Do just about hang on. So these things have, yeah, we have reduced them to 1 damage, which is pretty good. Let's kill these off for the momentum. Then these are able to move out if they want to. We've moved 1 hex too far away, I think. Yeah, if we could have gone for Quicken there, that would have been good. That was the original plan of the playthrough, but never mind. End the turn there. The next round begins. So these are pacified. Stack of 10 is definitely the main problem. Gonna be hard to protect the brutes. We could kill these 2 off. Wolves are pacified. We could also just try and fall back. That would work, I think. Yeah, because we want to avoid the stack of 10. So I'm going to pacify these. Then take a step away. We can see they do a bit of damage, but nothing too bad. But we can't stop the stack of 10. Unless we went for Quicken. Which we cannot afford. So yeah, that doesn't really work. Let's just go for this. This battle has not gone to plan. Lose the musketeers. This is going to hold us back from going for the gold for a while. This time round, we're going to try and actually make use of weight. This was not the way to do this. So we still want to pacify if we can. We can stop these from reaching us. So let's at least do that. That would be a good move. Going to be forced to waste our Shadow's attack. Just got to do it though. Okay, so we do get the next 2 moves in a row. We can go for Justice if we want to. That kills 1 off. We can also go for Earth Block, which is definitely the best thing to do in this situation. Waste their turn. Yep, so they go for that. Then this stack waits. Then we go for Pacify. So they're down to 1 attack. Then we can go for Protection. Beef that up as much as possible, send these in. Do get 3 kills, and they can do almost no damage back. Can't involve this stack, but that's probably fine. So they are still pacified. We can go for Ice Bolt, and we can finish them off. So heavy losses. I'm hoping the reward will be worthwhile. Do reach level 6, and we are forced to take either a battle skill or command. We're going to go for command. So for that we get 3,100 gold, 8 wood, and 8 stone, plus the Talisman of Chaos. Talisman of Chaos gives us +2 Chaos Essence. That's actually really nice. That allows us to make a lot more use of Burst of Strength, and actually, we could change our whole strat. We could start really relying on Burst of Strength plus Streets, but could also go for Burst of Strength on these things. So Burst of Strength on these. You do need Chaos Essence. You need the Chaos Magic skill to really make use of it. So maybe we don't do that. I think we're probably better off going for Dreiths. If we look back at this is fully upgraded, so we're forced to either go for unit production or a Bazaar. Let's go ahead and get the Merchants Guild. We know we want that. So in terms of unit production, what do we have available? So available we have got, if we upgrade the Pikeneers, nearly a full stack of Pikeneers, almost a full stack of Pipers, more Scarred Brutes. We didn't lose any Shadows, so that's good. Yeah, so we can make use of that gold, for sure. We can make use of so much of that gold that I would actually be tempted to go for another shop. Still, it will take a few turns for that to be ready. Okay, so in the meantime, what can we do? We could try and take these on, but at this point, that's a much tougher fight. We're probably actually better off going towards some of these kind of early game fights. Could also go to the Snake Monument, but that pretty much costs an entire turn. So I don't think we do that. Let me just go east. This wielder will go for this, just because we should do something. Gonna go for command. And yeah, there's no way through there without taking that really tough fight. Okay, this wielder goes back to the town. And we end the turn there. So this is going to stop us from reaching the gold mine for a little while. Not strong enough to take this fight. This fight is also worthy, and this fight, we can't tell. That's a medium difficulty fight. Okay. There is actually a neutral wielder there, so it's Bigly Southerdown. Got Artificers, Veteran Pikeneers, Veteran Musketeers even, and Steam Pipers. We should actually upgrade this if we can. Need a bit more Ancient Amber. Okay, so 5,000 in the bank. We should just pick up some units and see what we can do. So we're going to draft some troops. We're going to, I think... Let's see what we're up against. So what fights do we want to take? This doesn't give us Ancient Amber, but Crumbling Tower would be good. If we go for this, we can get an Arcana Spire. We can get some Glimmerweave. No Ancient Amber there either. If we want Ancient Amber, we have to take on Tinkerers and Musketeers. Okay, so what's going to help us in that fight? We don't have any range-resistant units. If anything, I think in that fight we just want Shadows. So yeah, we can afford to buy one Shadow. And after that, we probably just want Veteran Pikeneers. Buy as many as we can. Okay. So we're going to move down, we're going to pass all of this stuff across, and that should make this a lot more doable. Now considered easy. This is still considered medium. Yeah, I think we do this just for the resources, and I should have split my units into more stacks. There are many, many Musketeers there. Going to rely on our Brutes here, I think. Okay, so the idea here is we want to tempt them to attack us. So we go across to this. So we're not in anyone's deadly range. We might take a loss. These can go for the attack, but they do still have to reload between rounds. So we're going to stay put. So we do successfully draw out the attacks. These have waited. This time round, we are going to go for Quicken. Let's just double check this. So it still only lasts for one round. We don't hit and run here. That's not how we play this. Let's actually check this out. So these are 4 movements. They can go 1, 2, 3, 4. They probably want 5. So yeah, I think we're going to buff all three. These go in, kill these off, then next round begins. Now because these do get to ignore zone of control, we're going to move as far back as we can. And we're just going to kill these off. These have been quickened, so we move across to here. This is a little bit risky because these have been damaged, but thanks to our intimidation, we do drop their defense and their initiative. These guys have to move forward to shoot, so they're not going to do too much damage. Okay, let's at least kill these off. Then these go forward. So we can't afford to go for Pacify, so we should probably just go for Protection instead. Make sure these stay safe. We cast Protection 3 times, we damage these, and yeah, these are not strong enough to take on our shadows. So yeah, I was a bit worried when I saw that number of musketeers, 4 different stacks. I thought they'd do a bit more damage, but no. Do manage to win that one pretty easily, no losses. And we can now at last go for a second magic skill. Very overdue, but I have been deliberately pushing myself towards this the whole time, ignoring the ability to go for non-magic skills. And eventually we do get what we want. So this stuff can be picked up by our other wielder, but I think we still go back and we pick up even more reinforcements. This wielder also doesn't have too much to do, except to go back. I'm going to go to this for the extra movement, and start going back to the town. Okay, so if we wanted to upgrade this, which is an option, we need a lot more gold. But we're getting there with the wood and the stone. But yeah, for now we want to focus our gold production on recruiting units and getting our strength back up. I'm curious to see how the AI is handling this map. Okay, so let's go across, let's pick up yet another one of these. We're going to spend pretty much all our Glimmerweave on this for the foreseeable future, and we can only really afford to go for either one more Scarred Brute or a few more Veteran Musketeers. I think we choose on the basis of our next battle, which is Spectres and Seneschals. Okay, with that being the case, we want range units for sure. So let's bring these down. Wish there was a simpler way to do these splits. Obviously I want to leave the weakest unit behind. Okay, move to the south. This guy takes a step down to there. I'm going to pass across all of the units. So 4 shadows, that's really decent. Pick up the Ancient Amber. Go across to this. 1000 XP or 2600 gold. Maybe should have gone for this with the main, but never mind. Bone Scimitar, let's have a look. +6 offense, not worth using. Okay, start coming back. So this fight is now considered easy, as expected. We could split these into multiple stacks. But I think splitting the Veteran Musketeers will be best, because we can make really good use of the order at this point. So I'm hoping the shadows are faster than these 2 stacks. Let's see. So we can see their stats, so they have 37 initiative and 5 movement, whereas we have 46 initiative and 5 movement. Okay, that's promising. We're going to go like this, and I'm pretty sure we can make this work. So yeah, these start off by waiting. These are forced to come forward, and we can then attack. These things are very fast though. So we're not going to get a kill if we go for this attack. I think we probably want to stay put. Check these can't reach us. They can actually reach us. We're going to try and move away from those. So if we go to here, we should be safe. And this is very tempting, but I think we can probably avoid doing it. These can reach us though. Okay, these go to the corner. They can be reached. That's fine, I think we just have to accept that. These go back to this corner. These go back to this corner. And whether I go for this kind of depends if these can kill outright. I suspect they can. They're the only things we can attack, so I think we just go for it. Okay, we do get the first move next round, so I think it's pretty obvious what we do. We kill these off, the next round begins, and now we can pacify a stack of our choice. So if we pacify this stack, we should be all good. Yeah, so they're down to 3 damage each. We can kill all 5 of those off. Yeah, Order Magic is rapidly winning me over. This is getting extremely powerful. They can do what they want, they can attack us, but they're not going to get anywhere near to a kill. That Pacify spell is insanely good. We finish them off with 1 stack. Okay, so we can now push through. Let's go for this, which gives us +3 offense. Then we go across to this, 1250 XP, and now the option of our first power. So we have to choose, we either go all out on magic, or we can go for Essence Shield. So Essence Shield gives us 50% range resistance until our first attack. That is really tempting, because that would work well with our technique of rushing in, especially with the shadows. But I'm a massive fan of Attuned. I've already spoken a bit about how much I like magic in this game. Rest in peace, here lies Esopicus, who got stuck for good. Round shield, +6 Ancient Amber. Okay, well I think we can definitely justify going for the upgrade to the Piper's Post. Let's do that now. Wanted to upgrade this, that also costs Ancient Amber, I'm not sure we should rush into that. Upgrading this, on the other hand, we do definitely want more gold. Definitely some interesting choices available. We can always move back, of course, and go for this at some point. It depends if we want to preserve our Ancient Amber. I think we probably do want to preserve the Ancient Amber for now. Okay, this wielder's going to go back, get ready to shuttle some units across. This wielder comes slightly closer, and this wielder goes towards this. Okay, let's end the turn there. Not expecting to see our opponent anytime soon. So we do have the option of going for some research. So if we go for this, that costs 10 celestial ore, that's very tempting. If we go for this, that gives us 1 celestial ore per turn. Also very good. This thing, for 150 gold per turn, is very affordable. I think we go for this first. Do want to increase the number of shadows we can have, but we're nowhere near that being a problem. This costs Glimmerweave. So yeah, I think go for extra destruction, and I am tempted by extra income. I think we go for that for now, and we can always go for this later. Yeah, because the first thing we want to do is get ourselves as strong as possible. So we're going to go across to this, and we're going to recruit. It's getting expensive with the shadows, but they are really good. So we're just going to do it. Then we buy these. Then we come south. Can we go all the way? Yes, we can. Okay, so we go all the way through. We're going to pass these across. Pass these 2. So 6 shadows out of 10. That's now a really good power stack. +5 defense. This is +9. I think, yeah, we do actually put that back. And this wielder. Gonna pick some of this stuff up. Get some levels up, because why not? This wielder moves out of the way. This one comes through. Have to be careful not to block ourselves in. But I'm gonna pass across the Bone Scimitar. I think those 2 things combined are better than the Boar Spear. I wish to get the Baryon Glasses for free. So that doesn't quite work. Can we stack them though? I assume we can. Let's just go for it. Okay, so this wielder picks this up, and we're going to go to the graveyard. So this is considered an easy fight. It's going to be hard to protect the Pikeneers. maybe we're better off with 2 stacks of shadows instead of 1. I'm going to chance it. So they are going to spawn all the way across there. So yeah, this is actually really straightforward. We can easily take advantage of the shadows. Okay, 40 rats, bit of a threat, but not too bad. So aim gives us extra damage, we're going to go for that. Risen come forward, we now have plenty of essence built up. We can kill pretty much a stack of our choice, although these are the scariest stack for sure. These guys can reach a 1 stack, nothing else can reach us. We kill the rats, I think. And then we pull back. Yeah, because nothing else can reach us, so that's the best option. Move right up. So these things come closer, they are the obvious target for our musketeers. We'll go for these because we can do a lot of damage to those. Finish these off. Risen come closer, they're still at least 2 turns away. So these have the option of waiting if they want to. But I think it makes more sense just to attack these. These things here have 2 movement, so we're completely safe. We've got a lot of good spells available. But I think we just play it safe, pacify these. Risen cannot reach us, next round begins, we can kill these off immediately. Okay, so we're definitely building momentum. I still feel like there's a disconnect between how easy these fights are and how tough this fight would be, which suggests to me that our next step is to go to the east. This is a medium threat level fight. I do want to go west still, just to take this stuff on, get the gold, and there is an argument for the Ancient Amber. It's a bit of a drag. So here we have Legionnaires, Spectres, and Aurelian Scholars. Aurelian Scholars could be awkward, but I think we're mostly good to take this on. We just picked that up twice. No, it's just a visual glitch. Okay. So +3 movement and +1 view radius is, I think, slightly better. Well, it literally is. We should probably pass one of these across. I'm not going to need this stuff. Then we go across, we're going to take this fight, this should be very straightforward. So yeah, Aurelian Scholars we want to reach as soon as possible. We can't reach them on the first round. There are 2 different stacks. That's slightly uncomfortable, but should still be a pretty doable fight. So these can move pretty soon, these can move pretty soon too, but we get tons of order before these 2 can move. So we can pacify 1. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious what we do, so we're going to wait. These guys can go forward, but they're already as close as they can get without being attacked by the Spectres. Okay, Spectres come through, that's completely fine. Full-powered shot on either of these 2 stacks. I'm going to go for this. Just get rid of those. And these will move away. Okay. So at this point, we have 13 order. These can shoot our shadows. These can shoot our brutes. So we want to weaken these. And the brutes should be able to take this. So yeah, this stack is the one that does the damage. This does, yeah, 1 damage each. So we've completely nullified those. Okay, not totally sure what to do here. I'm pretty sure the brutes, surely Scarred Brutes, they're an elite tanky unit. They should be able to take a shot from 4 Scholars. That should be fine. Yeah, that was completely safe. Okay, so now we rush forward with these. Almost kill these off. Next round begins. Don't have to worry about zone of control. Let's just go all the way through. Finish these off. Other stack is pacified. Please kill these off. And there's nothing anyone else can do. Again, pretty straightforward. This was an experimental strategy, but I think it's becoming increasingly clear how to make it work. So we're going to go for extra destruction skill. Then let's move towards this for next turn. This world is going to start coming back. And now we should probably go for some more research. So let's go for this. So extra celestial ore 1 per turn seems like a good choice. Helps us go for this next turn too. If we want to upgrade our shops, we do need to spend some ancient amber. Still haven't ruled that out. Okay. Pick up the gold. Start moving back. End the turn there. This wielder goes for this. It teaches us Order Magic 3, which I'm pretty sure we already had, so that doesn't really help us. Let's go towards this. Guardian Monument gives us +3 defense. Rest of this stuff we don't have to pick up with this particular wielder. Gonna go to this for +1 movement and start moving towards this. We're not going to be able to take them on this round, or in fact we can. So Horned Ones, Footmen, and Knights. With the help of the Shadows, this should now be quite doable. Let's go for it. So Shadows out in front is the main thing. I think we want the Shadows towards the top. Other stuff's going to take a while to reach us. Okay, this stack definitely starts by waiting. Horned Ones come closer. Can go for the attack if we want to, but we can also move out of their range. Footmen are going to take at least a couple more turns. Okay, so I think these should aim. These will go to safety. Then we can kill all 5 of these off. Next round begins. If we just go back, nothing can reach us. Yep, so we allow all these to come closer. These, I think, should probably just skip their turn. We're going to go forward just to intimidate them, put them in our zone of control. Then we kill these off. These, I guess, will weaken this. We have just berserked them, but that's probably fine. We're going to ice bolt these to slow them down. These also can't reach us. So we kill these off. These stay put. Footmen come forward. These go for aim. Now we kill a stack of our choice, but we can just ice bolt these, stop them reaching us. Kill these off. And again, very straightforward at this point. Bit by bit, this is definitely coming together. Okay, Destruction Magic Tier 3 sounds really good, but March is a really nice skill. Helps us really start to build even more momentum. Okay, this wielder is going to go towards this, and let's have a look at our research options. So we can go for even more Celestial Ore if we spend 5,000. If we go for increased tariffs, it's kind of expensive for just 150 gold per turn, but it is an investment. Tough to decide. This one is also going to be really nice for us. 5 Glimmerweave, extra musketeers per stack. That's definitely good. Maybe we hold back for now. So we've upgraded pretty much all our buildings. Don't really care too much to upgrade the stone pit. We can probably go for an upgraded... Yeah, we can. We can upgrade the city next turn. upgrading the shop is also really tempting. I think what we want to do is... It's a bit cheesy, but maybe we go for a swap and just go take these on with a different wielder. But no, I'm not a fan of that type of wielder chaining. Okay, so our income situation has definitely improved, so we can justify going for extra unit production, but I can't see us reaching a point where we have too much gold. So maybe the shop, still a good choice. We can build it for now, we can always delete it later. We seriously end up with a massive gold surplus. But yeah, I really don't think that's going to happen. Okay, I am going to go for increased tariffs because it is an investment. And this wielder is going to stay put. Although we could go for this, but no, we don't need to. Okay, end the turn there. HoMM March. Each year during the rise of the 15th moon, the HoMM brutes leave their post and journey deep into the desert without word. 20% of recruitable brutes have left our dwellings. That sounds really bad, but usually these things are building up to something better. Okay, so if we go for this, it should be very straightforward. If we wanted to go for this, this is still considered challenging, and I'm not too surprised. I think this is just too much of a detour, so I'm going to go back to the east. And this wielder, I think, should pick up more units. Let's upgrade this thing, because why not? That's probably a waste of our resources, but never mind. Okay, 2 shadows, so even more shadows. And I think we start building up the brutes once again. Then we come south. Pass this across. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is now considered easy. They do have musketeers, but for the most part, they're very focused on melee. Grab the gold production. Bit of extra gold. Should have done that before I recruited, of course, but never mind. Claim the Arcana Spire. Pretty confident we can do this with almost no losses. So yeah, 9 musketeers at the top. That should be fine. Try this. So Justice is going to kill 2 units in a stack of our choice. The main thing I want to do is just kill these off, but they shouldn't do too much damage. Maybe we pull back. Just hope they won't reach us. Oh wow. Wow, so immediately kills off all our stacks with Apocalypse. Didn't think he'd go for that. Okay, this stack goes for aim. And this stack, if we quicken them twice, we can get through. So yeah, we come through, we can attack these. That's probably our best choice. We could also go for something like Burst of Strength, but it's probably a bit too late. We go for Aggression. We can do quite a bit more. I will go for that. Then we go through. 5 to 6 kills, that's a bit better. And we don't actually have the option to go all the way through to the Veteran Musketeers. So probably just want to pull back. So these things have 4 movements, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. They cannot reach us if we go back to here. Okay, goes for Boiling Blood, kills off a shadow, that's not nice. But don't act too surprised. We can also go for Apocalypse if we want to. They still get to move before us with their Veteran Musketeers. If we go for Quicken on these, we can give ourselves +3 movement. So that takes us to 1, 2, 3. Still nowhere near close enough. Would have been better off going for this, but I think we actually want to save up for Pacify. Losing all those 1 stacks has made this a lot tougher. I think we go up to here. And we can do a nice amount if we go for this. Maybe Ethereal Scales. Yeah, 75% melee resistance. That guy can use that. Then we go for this. And yeah, we take the hit pretty well. Do take a loss from that. Now this stack, we can kill a stack of our choice. Let's just go for these. They do seem to be the bigger threat. These are going to come through and kill these off. 9 to 11 kills if we go for this. We are not still protected. So I think what we do is we pacify this stack. So their damage should be reduced to, yep, reduced to 1. Ice bolt these. Pour the blood as well. And make ourselves stronger. Still only 11 to 13 kills. Just because they have so many of them, I'm slightly concerned. So we'll go for protection. Does keep us very safe. He goes for Fury, which is not going to make up for the loss of damage. These have to reload. These cannot get through. If we go for Quicken, that will work. So we come through, we kill these off, and these can kill off the rest. So we do take a few losses there. Yeah, so the loss of the Brute and the loss of the Shadow kind of suck. The rest is not too much of a problem. Chaos Magic skill, that's really good too. Okay, this is starting to look good. So I have neglected to upgrade my city. But if we just pick this stuff up, it should be very doable. This wielder, I think we're just going to go for command. Make sure we can pass those units across. This town we're going to upgrade. Do have an extra medium build site. So increasing the unit production even more is definitely an option. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go ahead and build a shop here. I know it's a waste of a medium build site, but I think it's a good idea. Okay, so research options, we can go for even more increased tariffs, but because of the Ancient Amber cost, I don't think we do that. Extra chaos production is probably worth doing. Okay, this wielder is going to stay put next to the town, and this wielder is going to push out. So we can go for Ancient Amber there. If we look there, there's the Cape of Leaves for plus 20% range resistance. That's kind of good, but that's a pretty tough fight for that. Okay, I think we just push through. What else can we do? This is a medium fight too. So yeah, the fights on this side are definitely tougher. Footmen and Face Spirits. I think it's kind of a given you have to take on this side to progress. Okay, in this town I am going to go for at least one more shop. So building shops in both of those towns, and yeah, in order to get a reliable source of Ancient Amber, we still need to go back and take this if we want to. So this thing is the Destruction Spire, which would be really good to go for. Veteran Musketeers, quite a few of them. The problem is trying to reach them on the first round, especially if they're in multiple stacks. I think we're going to go for this. Choose the Ancient Amber. And if we go through to this, this is considered easy. I assume it is. Okay, end the turn there. So back up to 5,000 gold. Can recruit some more units, maybe ferry them across. This wielder does need to come through. So we can set up a chain for next turn if we want to. This should be quite doable. So yeah, they're in quite a few different stacks, but that should be okay. Okay, this stack waits, this stack goes back to, in fact, Better off just staying where we are. So Face Spirits come forward, 2 stacks of Face Spirits. I think I can see a way through this. 13 to 21 kills if we go for this. Don't think we need to. Although, the Face Spirits are the only ones that don't resist our ranged attacks. Okay, so this guy is going to come through. Kill these off. Then next round begins. So what I'm thinking is we pacify this. Drops them down to 1 damage. How much does that really help us? I think just to be absolutely safe, I'm going to protect these 2. Then we come up, kill these off. These 2 stacks at the bottom shouldn't be able to reach us. Can go for this attack if we want to, that does make sense because of course they are pacified. Should take the response completely fine, which we do. So yeah, as long as we can produce a good amount of order, this is not going to be too difficult for us. Okay, no level up, but we do successfully win. I pick up the Warhammer, let's see what that does. So the Warhammer is plus 11 offense, not worth going for. Go to this. This time we do get a choice of only Glimmerweave, which we are going to go for. Fallen Beacon of Power, I think that just reveals more of the map. And we're not going to waste our time picking up resources, someone else can do that. Go to the Milestone. So there's a medium level threat. High Legions, Seneschals, Blessed Bones. Perhaps we're not prepared. So we've still got all the wielders we can. How far can this wielder go? Not too far. We would have to come back, so it would take at least a couple of turns, even if we do ferry units. I think we pick this stuff up. Don't like to use my main wielder for just errands, but in this case, seems justified. Gonna end the turn there. Now we go across to this, we can draft some troops. So what do we need? So this fight is... it is all melee units. That's good to know. So I think we do actually want a full stack of these. Yep, so we maxed out a stack of those. That's definitely good to have. And we can then go for potentially more shadows. Or could also go for more musketeers. So our musketeer situation, we do have some capacity, not too much. Maybe we go for 6 of those. Yep, 6 of those, 2 shadows, and that seems pretty much ideal. So we pass these units across, there's plenty of space. Then this wielder is going to come through. We take the extra units. Okay, so this fight should now be considered, yeah, it's considered easy. Do we take too many losses if we go for this? The main thing is we have to rush the musketeers. Part of me doesn't see the reason to risk it just for the destruction spire. But then again... no, we're going to go super aggressive, screw it. I'm sure we can. Okay, let's end the turn there. Fires in the desert. After the Harima brutes leave, a great fire can be seen deep in the desert, and terrifying screams of pain can be heard from very far away. Those who've gone to investigate are never seen again. Wow, okay. So a penalty for 2 turns, and I hope that's not the outcome of the quest, because that is not a good situation. Okay, medium threat level. I think we will go for this. This fight would actually be a lot easier, and it does get us Chaos Spire. So maybe we go for that first. I think that's fine. Yeah, we go for this first. These all have to get to us before they can do any damage. These, of course, go towards the back. And we do have the veteran pikeneers to help defend. So these things, let's have a look. So they have 22 initiative and 5 movement. We, of course, have 41 initiative because it is reduced at the moment, which kind of sucks. But we're still the fastest on the field. And these should not be able to reach us. So yeah, let's give this a go. Okay, so we do start by waiting. These are going to go back. Or in fact, this position's fine. Tremors go for Dragon's Roar, that's okay. Riders come forward. Okay, this stack is going to move back. And nothing can reach us. But still going to go for Spear Wall. These go up to here and go for aim. These are going to go to the corner, and these are going to try and move up. Can go for a shot. Do we do that? I don't think we do. Okay, so if we move in, actually only 6 to 7 kills. I was hoping for a lot more. That's a problem. What could we do about that? So, if we speed up some of our units, we could try and get ourselves to Ice Bolt, which we can then slow them down. In any case, I think we do move in. And we do go for this. And I'm going to save my essence for now. Yeah, with that being done, we can now move back. And we do have enough to go for Ice Bolt. So that kills one off, and it stops them from reaching us. Although, this stack of 6 is then impossible to avoid. Just for the shadows. Yeah, no way to avoid these, so I think we're going to have to pacify. That drops their damage down to 2 to 3. I think that's fine for now. Let's go back. So they go for Dragon's Roar, nothing else can reach us yet. This stack could go forward and attack, but yeah, the adult crawlers still can't reach us, so we're good as we are. These actually go straight into our Spear Wall, so we do tons of damage. Just gonna go for Spear Wall again. Okay, now this is interesting because we could go for Onslaught. Then we attack twice. And that might be the best option, although this is the only stack that can reach us next round. So it might be unnecessary. What else could we do? So I do want to make sure that this stack, even after we attack them, can't do too much to us. So maybe we bore their blood. Then I think we do attack. So 2 survive. These will go for aim. And these cannot get an extra kill. So I think we move back. They go for aim. Then next round begins. These guys, they either attack the brutes, or they have to go into the Spear Wall. So they don't have a good choice either way. This stack can't reach us, these 2 stacks can't reach us. We should be okay. Is there more we could do? I think we're honestly good for now. So we actually waste our Spear Wall on that, but that's okay. So we can move into these 2 if we want to. I think we don't need to do that, although we could pacify the stack of 11. Yeah, so we pacify those. They are still going to do, let's have a look, still going to do 3 to 4 damage. So we pacify them twice. And yeah, minus 150 damage. They're down to 1. Then we can kill these 2 off with Justice if we want to. These aren't pacified. That's a bit of a risk. We could also entangle them. But then they can't move. But that doesn't really help us too much. I think we go for Onslaught. But no. We're going to go for Aggression. Make ourselves extra strong. Hopefully go up to 3 kills. No, still 2. Can go for it again. We go for something like Blind Hatred instead. That's actually a really interesting spell, but there's no point going for it now. Still only 2 kills, I'm guessing. There's a chance at 3. We are just going to go for this. We do intimidate them, and we actually take quite a lot of damage to the point where I'm a little bit worried. Okay, the good news is our shadows do get to move pretty soon. These go for aim. These move out of range. Okay, so shadows, these can reach us if we go for this. Can we still afford to go for Entangle? Yes, we can. Okay, so 9 to 10 kills. So we go for Entangle. On this stack, they're stuck in place for a turn. We kill these off. And that should keep us nice and safe. Okay, so next round begins, we can just kill these off straight up. Okay, slight fear there we would lose a brute, but the fear is unfounded, and we can now go for Destruction Magic Tier 3, which sounds great to me. Gonna go through to this, and gonna start moving across. And we can try and set up even more of a chain. But we're gonna need some more time. If we upgrade this, it costs 8,000 gold. An extra wielder at this point would be really useful for the chain. But it's not gonna work. So the furthest this wielder can go is up to here. I think we bear that in mind. Leave this wielder here. And maybe we start a chain next turn. So we do have the option of holding back for 1 turn, which, after that previous fight, I thought we could take some losses there. I kind of want to be careful. Essence Anomaly is also going to be really nice in that fight. So yeah, I think we play it a little bit careful. And we can actually go for something like Extra Order Essence, which we know will be useful. I think we do that. And yeah, let's resist the urge to spend gold. So end the turn there. Awaken the Sleeper. A strange dream has visited a wielder recently. Sanna's true. Wait, that's completely irrelevant. That's a bummer. That would have been perfectly timed. Okay, let's draft some troops. So, what do we need? Let's have a think. So we have space for 1 more shadow in this stack. But I think, overall, I think we want brutes. So yeah, let's go for 1 shadow. And then is 6 brutes too much? No, it's the perfect amount. So yeah, we pick up 6 brutes, and then I think we just go for a few more musketeers. Then we come through, we pass all of these across. This wielder comes up, and this guy is just going to spend 1 final turn picking things up. And we can go for this if we want to. This is medium threat level. Kind of surprised by that. I think we keep things simple. And we just end the turn there. Let's see if this can reach. Yeah, can reach next turn. So we're going to waste a turn here, but I think that's okay. Go through to round 26. This wielder comes up. And we're going to pass all these units across. So we have a full stack of shadows, a full stack of brutes, a full stack of veteran musketeers, and a full stack of veteran pikeers. And that is, I think, a pretty solid combination. Did I even go to this? Oh, I think I forgot to go to the Essence Anomaly. That's annoying. I'm just going to go without. I think we're good. So these things are kind of fast for movement, and these are really quite slow, but they do summon Oathbound, which can be a bit of an issue. These are going to stay as far away in the corner as they can. We will protect them with the pikes. I think we go like this. So as usual, we start off by waiting for one round. And we can see that we start with tons of essence. Let's go fairly defensive. So High Legion comes forward. We can actually attack these if we want to. It wouldn't be a terrible choice. Justice on these kills 3 each time we cast. So I think that's obviously how we deal with those. Yeah, that's completely irresistible. Then we send these in. Go for the free attack. No chance of retaliation. These do summon some Oathbound, but the Oathbound fortunately cannot reach us. These are going to move back. I'm going to use those as a meat shield. These go back too, although that's probably unnecessary. Okay, now these are free to move. So what I want to do with these is I want to take on the Seneschals. They have the Strengthen ability, which does improve some units nearby. I think... I guess if we just attack the Oathbound, then we move away. Seneschals can't reach us. I'm gonna go for that. So yeah, next round begins, we just move back. Save from the Seneschals. These get to move next. So what we want to do is we want to kill these off. If we were to go for Justice, that's actually kind of overkill. Chain Lightning was 40 damage. They have 120 health left. If we were to rush this forward, the problem is these will probably summon more Oathbound. I wonder how much damage we could do to the Seneschals. I do want to kill these with Justice. I think just resolving that problem is a good idea. And then I think we speed these up. No, we don't need to speed these up. These are fine. Okay. Let's go forward. These take a step back. They get 3 to 4 kills. The problem with these is they're going to go forward, summon some Oathbound, but 15 Oathbound shouldn't be able to kill a brute. They could maybe kill one of these. So just to be absolutely safe, let's go for Quicken. Then we're going to go round. And I miscounted that. I was hoping we'd go slightly further. So yeah, we do take the hit from the 15. That's fine. Do some damage to this. So 4 to 5 kills, I think we're better off going for the stack at the back. We can finish them off, then these get to move. 7 to 9 kills, let's go for Justice. Then we could actually just entangle just to be absolutely safe, but Pacify obviously will work if they do survive. But no, we do finish them off, and yeah, we're definitely reaching the point where I think we should be more than safe to push into the enemy side of the field. Okay, so there we have the ever-flowing branch of sap, which is definitely good to have, but I'd rather give it to the wielder. That's not going to be possible right now. Okay, so we push through to the other side. The problem with this is we will have a similar fight on this side, so Hellbreaths and Brutes. And we can see our opponent is just there. But I think it's safe to say they're definitely behind us. +3 offense, +3 defense, +1 movement. I should really equip this, but I need to remember to take it off, which I'm probably going to forget. Just being honest. This wielder maybe goes back. Yeah, because we were way off upgrading that. Okay, so Xavier Silkspool. I think we do just go for this. So Hellbreaths and Brutes. Brutes are awkward to deal with. Hellbreaths could do a lot of damage. They do have good initiative. That's the other risk. Let's see how this goes. So these things, let's have a look. 35 initiative, and these have 46. Let's just make sure we fully understand this. So ranged attacks damage surrounding troops. That's fairly unsurprising. They have to reload and they can't retaliate, but they can move and shoot on the same turn. So I think we still want to spread our units out. But this should work. I think the main problem here is just going to be taking that first barrage of attacks. We force them to move first, that might be okay. We can go straight for justice. That feels like a no-brainer. Let's get rid of 3 of those. Okay. Slightly concerned what they're going to do to my shadows. But I'm just going to let them do it. No, they can't come close enough. Okay, I stand corrected. Do these move up? I think they do. Yep, so we send these up. These brutes come closer to us. We will send these forward. These will go forward too. Then we go for aim. Okay, so at this point we can go in, we can get 6 to 7 kills. These two don't have to reload yet because they haven't shot, of course. That's pretty obvious now that I say it out loud. Alright, so Onslaught to attack twice. That's got to be the one. Because they can't retaliate. So yeah, we go in, stab them twice. That works extremely well. In fact, we stabbed them 3 times. Why did it force me to attack again? Why did it force me to make my move? Was that a bug? That sucks. That's my shadows gone. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, so the shadows were supposed to get the first move of that round. I'm not sure why I missed there. Well, we're going to be relying on other stacks, as it turns out. We do at least reach level 13. Let's go for Chaos Magic. And let's start pushing through. I want to try and get that stack back. How many do we have to spare? So we have 3 to spare. I think we just go for those. And let's go for a big strong stack of Steam Pipers, because why not? We'll start the move next turn. So this wielder should be part of the chain. There is a lot we can pick up, but no. Let's go become part of the chain. We can wait for 2 rounds, then start the chain. That might be best. Still, this guy, honestly, he should be strong enough to do it on his own, even with the losses. Because yeah, we can see they've not broken through their own version of Bigly just yet. Okay, we can see them just there. The Harrimer return. 3 scarred brutes come back to us. Okay, that's some good news. Stack of 3 is not amazing for us, but kind of helps make up for the losses. So, there they are. They're in fact medium difficulty. So we should try and get a few more units. Problem is, it's going to take a while to bring them across. So what else could we do in the meantime? We could go for the Destruction Spire. The Necromancers are going to be awkward to deal with, but this, I think, is the right way to do it. Okay, we're going to go straight for Justice on these. Ah, there is a stack of those at the top as well, though. Okay, let them make their move. Okay, so 10 of these, 4 to 5 kills. I think we go straight for that. Problem is, these will get to move pretty soon, and we will be in their deadly range, so we need to go and attack them from here instead. Make sure they can't do full damage. Okay, they summon the Oathbound. The Oathbound can reach this stack, kind of unfortunate. Do take a loss. 1 to 2 kills if we go for this attack. I think we move forward and aim. Please aim as well. Okay, they go for the shadows. That's probably okay. Next round begins. So these things cannot retaliate, but they can attack us if they want to. We can finish them off with Justice and go for these instead, but those would do even more damage up close. If anything, we want to get rid of this. So I think we want these to be faster. Does that help us enough? No, it doesn't put them ahead of the brutes, which was kind of the point. Let's have another look. So these things have 4 movements, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is fine. So we speed these up again. Now they do move fast. Okay, let's go for Burst of Strength. What else could we do? We can increase the strength of this stack if we want to. Probably not what we need to do. Other options. We can drop the range of the Necromancers. No, I think I'll actually go for this instead. And if these are forced to attack us in melee, they're not going to do too much damage. Then I was hoping this would kill these off, but it doesn't. So if we go for Burst of Strength, that will help a little bit. What else could we do? We need to break straight through these. That's the problem. But don't have enough essence to really make that work. Also can't pacify these at this point. So I think what we have to do is just try and sneak these round. So they now have 7 movement, which is enough to go 1, 2, 3. I mean, we can just walk straight through the zone of control. If we go around the zone of control, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nowhere near works. Just gonna have to go for this. We do kill most of them off, so it is just a stack of 1 to walk through. What can we do to make this a little bit safer? We could go for Chaos Step. I'm going to try that. So we Chaos Step to here. That doesn't really help us too much. It's better than nothing. So they attack us once. We don't quite kill these off, but I think we do enough, although we have taken quite a lot of damage. Gonna try and weaken these some more. And I'm gonna Chaos Step this. We do send them through and we can kill these off. Then this stack can't really do anything. Yeah, we do take the hit from the Necromancers completely fine, but we do lose a Scarred Brute. Yeah, I think we're going to need one more wielder chain for the final push. And yeah, I'm not a fan of wielder chains, but in this situation, it's clearly the right strat. Okay, we get the destruction spire. And if this guy wants to come towards me, I'm willing to take him on. But it's not my preference. So these two wielders, this one needs at least one more turn. And the turn there. Now we're going to try and kick this off. So let's finish off this stack. And let's get some more of those shadows. And then not too much left for us to spend. We're just going to get all of the musketeers. One final brute. And we come through. This wielder will attempt to come around, but it's going to take a while. This wielder, like I said, I did forget to swap the boots. Said I would. +5 initiative for the mechanical bird. Let's just stick that on. Okay, so what else can we do other than confront our opponent? I wouldn't mind having another look. I'm not sure how we get through to this. This would be very doable. I'm gonna go aggressive because even if this goes wrong, I think we can still find a way to win. Whereas if we don't take the risk, we just end up spending more turns. Which is not really the point. Okay, let's try this. So the key thing is to try and kill the musketeers off as soon as we can, but we don't have the best spells to do that. I'm gonna go just one step forward. Okay, so he goes for Boiling Blood, doesn't do too much damage to us. 2 to 3 kills if we go for the attack. I think we step onto the higher ground, go for aim. These can do full damage to these, let's just go for it. And these should perhaps come all the way through, however these have already shot, so might be no need. Let's go for this instead. And I think we go back to safety. Okay, these get to move next, so 6 to 7 kills if we go for this. We have rapid fire to be able to attack twice with our range units, but we would focus on the same stack twice. That might still be a good move. I think regardless we do kill these off. That's definitely the right move. We could send these through as a block, but doubt we need to. So the stack of 10 moves next. If we ice bolt those, they go from 4 movement to 2. 2 movement means they cannot reach us. And we can then pacify this stack. So yeah, that takes them down to 1 damage. We could go for Chain Lightning. Don't normally do that, so I'm willing to give it a go. Yeah, that's kind of expensive, it doesn't actually do that much damage. Okay, these come forward, they go for Spear Wall, and if these want to come and attack us, they're going to take quite a lot of damage from the Spear Wall first, and yeah, as expected, we just completely destroy those. Those things can reach us. Okay. So we can kill the stack of 6. They haven't moved yet. These go for aim. This stack can kill 2 off, then our stack of 10 gets to move. We can just go for justice twice. That works just as well. So 0 losses and we reach level 14, so that was a good move. I think we're going to go for command because we're pretty close to what is effectively the final fight. So which stack do we want to split? I think if we had a stack that produces more than 2 essence, that would be the one to go for, but as we don't, just going to split the musketeers. Okay, here comes our opponent. They are going to take us on. So they have Dreiths, lots of Dreiths, pretty much nothing except Dreiths. Okay, I'm sure this is going to be completely fine. I thought they'd have something more than that, given that they're medium threat. Also, they're only level 7. So yeah, we're good. In fact, they have no range units at all, so we can definitely exploit the situation. With our spear wall. I think that's how we play this. So this stack moves first. We go for weight. Yeah, I'm pleased I didn't waste my time with the wielder chain. That would have been unnecessary. So these things do have tons of movement. He must have an artifact. Yeah, 7 movement. Very awkward to avoid. We have to go even more defensive than expected. And, well, the problem with that is they can already reach the shadows who have waited. So actually, we have to go forward. So we kill these off. They have to go through our zone of control to do any damage to us. These, I think, pretty much stay in place. Yeah, if they try to wind round, they think they can reach us that way. So this stack moves up. These go ahead for the attack, they finish off the 1 stack there. These go for the stack of 10 brutes. Go for boiling blood, that's okay. Yeah, they're going to really try and focus us down. Alright, so we can go for an attack. I think we just keep it simple and do that. Stack of 11 comes all the way through. Okay, stack of 5 can do a nice amount to these, don't quite finish them off. We can finish this stack off, or go for the stack in the back. I think we finish this stack off. Then this stack's free to move. They don't have to worry about retaliation. They're a good choice to attack Dreiths. Next round begins. I should have been casting spells this whole time. Alright, so what can we do? So if we go for Ice Bolt, we can drop the initiative of this stack, but we have to reload. So I think we pacify this. Drops their damage to 1 to 2. That's still not enough for my liking. Gonna do it again. Then I think we fireball. Chain Lightning is too risky. Let's reduce the initiative on this stack. And what else should we do? So we can go round if we spend... Well, if we go for Quicken, but that's not going to happen at this point. Okay, I think we just kill these off. Stack of 1. Does get to come in. Does get a kill, but we finish them off with Retaliation. And these guys... Yeah, they've had their damage reduced to 1. So if we go for Protection 3 times... Don't know if that even makes a difference. But they do very little damage at this point. And, oh, I forgot about this stack. I think I just walked past them there. That's fine. That didn't really work, but this time it will. They go for one final Boiling Blood, but not able to do too much to us. And even with the various imperfections, we are able to win that. And that was probably the most interesting final fight I've had in a few playthroughs, really. So what were they using? Arcane Tome. Didn't really notice that. I'm not really sure where the extra speed came from. But we can go straight through to the town. So there are musketeers and diadreaths. We just go straight for the attack. Okay, so it is a full stack of 20 musketeers. We can do 15 damage with this. Let's just do it. So they are able to attack this stack, along with the stack of 20. I think we wait regardless. They just have tons and tons of Dreaths. Not really sure why. They are good units. Do we send these forward? Well, these two stacks can't reach us, so I think we just go one step forward. These go for a spear wall. We have put ourselves in range, but we do get to attack first. These go for aim, and these we will take a step onto here, then we can attack. Let's go ahead and do that. And I think we are going to pacify this stack. These go for aim. This stack is forced to attack the barrier. This stack can't really do too much to us. Yeah, even 14 of them pacified. Can't actually get a kill. Okay, let's fireball these two. Does successfully kill off the musketeers, and at this point, because we've not really used it, let's go for rally. Does any of this make sense? I think we're actually better off staying back. Can they reach us? No. Yeah, we are better off staying back. Yep, so they do come in, we get to attack them with that for free, and we can now go for justice, and our we got 2 surviving shadows, and our surviving shadow is able to probably win the game for us. It's possible they have an extra wielder, but wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Okay, let's just occupy. We reach level 15. And we have completed a level there, and there is the Sword of Sword Coast. Didn't get a proper look at it, but pretty obvious what it looks like. Yeah, interesting. Anyway, that was Songs of Conquest Sword Coast. If you'd like to give Songs of Conquest a go and you don't already own it, you can buy it from GOG using the affiliate link in the description, which will help the channel at the same time. If you'd like to see more Songs of Conquest, I do have a playlist link in the description, which is all of my Songs of Conquest map playthroughs that can be watched in one sitting. But that's going to be all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, as ever, and I'll see you next time.